Shite players, shite managers, cheating bastard officials, and unlucky draws against big teams. Those are just some of the things that prevented Scotland for qualifying for a World Cup over the years. But now we've got a new excuse or something else standing in our way, and that could be Vladimir Putin, and that could be Russia. Due to the Russian invasion in Ukraine, Ukraine have now asked FIFA to postpone the World Cup playoff match with Scotland, and the match is in serious doubt. Whether the match will go ahead or not, we just have to wait and see. It's a waiting game. Personally, I do not think it will go ahead. I think this match will not happen, but we just need to wait and see. I have seen some answers though to this solution. I've seen some people say that we should let Ukraine win, which is an absolute joke. Yeah, so Ukraine getting faded, we let them win, they qualify for a World Cup. If it was that easy, I would have asked Putin to invade Scotland years ago, and then we would have been in a World Cup instead of being shite, instead of being stuck at home, sticking the bins out for the English bastards. We'd have been at a World Cup, so we can't just let Ukraine win because there's a war going on in our country. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. I mean, people would say football's a war in itself, so come on, we can't allow Ukraine to win. Or just let them win. I mean, if they beat us, fair enough. If they beat us, then we'll shake their hands and move on and cry about it for another 4 years. But we cannot just hand them a victory. We can't do that. There's also speculation the game could be pushed back. We could play a friendly against Poland in the meantime, which, I mean, I guess could happen. It could happen, but the problem is, if you push it back, there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to play it to the date that it's pushed back to. I mean, this could be, I mean, I say could be, it's pretty serious what's happening at the moment, but it could escalate, it could get worse, don't get me wrong. Personally, I think it will blow over. I think in a few months' time, I think Russia will pull out, and I think the world will be relatively back to normal for now, but I mean, I could be wrong. Things could escalate, it could turn into World War III, and in a space of a year, we could all be dead. You know, which would probably be better for Aberdeen fans, because you would rather be dead than watch that heap of shite that Aberdeen put out every single weekend. But it's tough to say what's going to happen here. Will Scotland, Ukraine go ahead? I'm thinking no. If Ukraine cannot play the game, they probably should just postpone it. Or I mean, they should probably just forfeit it. I know that seems very harsh, but if they cannot live up to the if they can't be there, I mean, if they can't commit to playing the match, then it's not our fault. Why do we deserve to lose out over it? You know what I mean? And that's not being heartless. I just don't think that we deserve to be punished, or we deserve to fail to qualify for a World Cup competition based on something that has absolutely nothing to do with us. I mean, hopefully the war ends, hopefully no more people die, hopefully Russia and Ukraine can go back to being cousins or whatever they want to be, you know, friendly neighbours. At the moment, there's nothing friendly about it. But yeah, hopefully we get back to normal. Hopefully this match happens and we kick Ukraine's arse on the pitch, because I would rather battles be fought on the pitch than be fought with guns. Plus, Scotland don't really use guns. We're more of a knife, you know. We're more like the stabbing capital fucking country in the world. But yeah, I mean, Scotland, Ukraine, is it going to happen? Probably not. Bit gutted, yeah. I mean, looks like we're about to qualify for the World Cup for the first time in, 24 years? And some fucking stupid war in two countries that do not affect us, two countries that do not border us, two countries that most people in Scotland couldn't point to on a map. That's what's preventing us, guys, from qualifying for the World Cup. So, yeah, there you go. For now, we're just going to have to settle for doing well in other sports, I guess. We're doing pretty good in darts. We've got Peter Wright. Six Nations, we're doing not bad. We beat the English, that's all that matters, really. So, at least we're not completely failing in other sports. But in terms of being at the World Cup, in terms of us lifting the World Cup, I think that's only going to happen in my Football Manager series. I do not think Scotland, Ukraine's going to go ahead. And like I said, the possibility of the World Cup happening, at the moment it could be slim. Because I doubt the World Cup will go ahead if these matters haven't been resolved. It would feel weird having a World Cup with two major European countries, you know, in a full-fledged war. So I don't know what will happen. But for now, if there's any update, you'll hear about it here first. Ukraine have asked for the match to be postponed. FIFA are considering it, although they've not made an official decision. Scotland are standing with their thumbs up their arse, not knowing what's happening, and we've been offered a so-called lifeline. I wouldn't really say a friendly match against the Poles is a lifeline. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we could batter the Poles whenever. I mean, I'd rather take care of Ukraine first, but shit happens, guys. Wars happen, apparently. And aye, that is it. That is it. Just, it's a good job that we're not hosting the World Cup in all these Middle Eastern countries, or you would never get a World Cup. I mean, it would be postponed every single year. Personally, I would vote to get the World Cup out of Qatar. Shouldn't it be there in the first place? Just stick to the good continents, right? Not those shite ones. Just stick to the good continent. I guess South Africa was alright, but we all know the reason why South Africa's alright. Keep the World Cup in Europe. Keep the World Cup in America. Maybe let Brazil have it once every 10 fucking centuries, you know what I mean? But apart from that, there you go, guys. That's it. Scotland-Ukraine match is off. Let us know your thoughts down below. Yeah. Well, nobody will be boogieing. We'll be sitting with the lights off, bombs dropped on our head. So no boogieing, no partying. Just misery for the next God knows how many years. World Cup's off. World War III is on. Till next time. Peace.